Hey Rangers, today we have an exclusive look at the BBC Doctor Who Big Chief Studio line, the 11th Doctor. So let's have a look at the box. First of all, here you've got the diamond of silver, and it says BBC Doctor Who, and just down here it actually says the 11th Doctor, if you can see it, and it just says limited edition 1.6 scale figure collector series. So if we have a look on one side, you can see that here we have a lovely picture of Matt Smith and again Doctor Who. On the back it's the Doctor figure as well as information about him here, and again the logo. And on this side you have the Doctor going, shh, just don't do it. On the top it says Doctor Who, and on the bottom has all the information. Now this is also quite different because it's actually magnetic, which actually reveals TARDIS backdrop which you can use, but also you have the figure in a lovely window display, as you can see, Doctor and all his accessories. So let's crack this bad boy open and have a look inside. With the Doctor you get his multiple hands that hold either his sonic screwdriver or can hold different items. You have the Peter Capaldi head, his fez and a hair to have the fez on there, his glasses which he gets from Amy, his bow tie, the box that comes from the Bells of St. John, as well as the Magnograb button, or the big friendly button that is in Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. You get his psychic paper as well as his watch, some different points in case something happens to his joints, and also you get a light up stand and a little bit of information. And here we have the 11th Doctor. He looks absolutely fantastic. So we start off with the hair as normal, and you can tell that it's individually sculpted and it looks absolutely fantastic. The amount of time they've gone into making this, and even we can see that he's textured just there as well, so it looks like he's just come straight off the actual show. So when we look at his like kind of lines around his forehead, they've gone to that much detail that they've sculpted it straight into where you got the wrinkles, as well as, I don't know if you can see just under his eyes, he has like those bag lines which everyone gets, but they've actually put it into. As we look down to his jawline, we can see that even he's got dimples in his cheeks, and again he's got a very sturdy, strong jawline. He looks like he's got a bit of a shadow from where he shaved, but it does look like Matt Smith completely. You can tell that even on his blue eyes they've put the pupils in, and they've kind of not just left it, they've actually put that straight in. When we look down you can see he's got his bow tie as well as his shirt, and when you actually touch it and feel it, it's actually proper material rather than like a normal plastic. His jacket is kind of made out of felt and it looks just absolutely stunning. When looking at his jacket you can tell here that they've even put the buttons on the detail rather than just kind of leave it out or velcro it up. They've stitched it all in and it looks amazing. We can see that he's got his pocket watch and it links up the two like pieces and just looks amazing. You can even pockets, so it's again just not attached or gone around the figure so you can't see. If we move his jacket apart we can see that there are even pockets inside the actual figure itself, so he can put his sonic screwdriver in, anyone, and I'm guessing you could probably put the psychic paper in there as well. So when we look at the pocket watch you can even tell just there, if you can see it, that they've gone to incredible lengths to actually put that into it. The chain is metal as well, so it's not just like a piece of string, and you can take it in or out. So now we're coming down to his kind of lower part and we can have a look at the hands. Now instead of like a plastic hand like Figma or Fig Arts, this is actually made of rubber, which actually feels a bit weird because I've never really felt a figure just like this before. His hands are movable just like so, and even here you can tell that it's got the bones in the actual hands, or it makes it look like it is. So his hands can turn around at any point, and then you've got here, it's for holding his sonic screwdriver. We can look at the pockets here, so you can open them up and put something small inside that you get with him, which actually makes this more detailed than anything I've seen for a long time. As we can see here, his boots look fantastic, and even his trousers, they're very similar to the show, and pretty much just like any trousers that you'd get in a normal shop. But when we look at the boots, we can tell that there's lines here for his laces, to even up here too. And then when we look around, we can see that they've even sculpted where his feet would actually be and how big they would normally be. Here you can see that they've got the sole as well as just the inner part of it, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I think they're very modeled, very similar, obviously left and right. But when we look at it, there's the creases like you would get in proper leather. As we can see from the back of the hair, it's sculpted in the way that Matt Smith would have his hair in the series. And we can see that his ears look absolutely fine, and then there's a join line just here and just here, which we'll show you in a little bit. But you can see that his hair just flops over, which looks absolutely amazing. When we look at the back of his jacket here, we can see that they've put a pattern in, and you can see just here and here, or everywhere, that it's raised little squares. So we drop down to the back of the jacket, even part of the flap, which you'll see in a moment, is actually stitched in properly to him. His arms here are completely like stitched in, and you can move his arms up and down if you need to. So we're moving all the way down, and we can see on the back you have buttons where his cuffs would be, and again more of the kind of the way the coat's coming out. You can pretty much style it a little bit to actually just kind of form out to look more puffier if you need to. Again, you've got the buttons, so you've got 4 altogether, and if you can see it just here, you know, you have the stitching, so it looks absolutely fantastic, like a proper jacket would look like. When we look at the back of his boots, we can see there's more creases where the leather would actually be. And again, you can see the back of his trousers, which again looks absolutely fantastic. It feels like he's just stepped off the set and straight into this one. Where the thing, to me, it looks a little bit like the sorting hat from Harry Potter, but you've got the creases just here, as well as more creases just around here. When we look at the figure, we have a look at the flexibility and the kind of like how far it can go. Now, when moving it, I find that his arms can go so high, but that's because obviously the fabric of the jacket. When we move his arm up like that, you can tell that it moves around very similar to that. And then his knee joints. Now, he has got a knee joint here, which obviously you can't see due to the trousers, but you can move it all around if need be. Just like that. His main body can move like that, and again his head can move in any direction possible. As we look at his head, you do get the additional feature, which is this one, and all you do is just take off it. It is a magnet, which is absolutely fantastic. I've never seen something like that be used on a figure just like this, so it's easy enough just to slot in just like that, and then you can put his fez on, as there are things to actually say where it goes, and you just basically click it on just like that, so he has his fez. And just like that, he has new kidneys, he has a new head, and we've just taken the Matt Smith head off, which is just pull out and then attach Peter Capaldi's head. So looking at this one now, it's a whole new ball game, and you can see that the ridges around his eyebrows are carved straight in, so he looks kind of stern, and again he has kind of, I think, like flabby cheeks, which have been kind of sculpted in there. You can run your finger across it. His hair doesn't come off like Matt's hair, but you can tell right here that it's been sculpted completely, including his ears, and it just looks like he is waiting to go into the TARDIS for his next mission. So there we go, guys. There is the Matt Smith Doctor Who Series 7 variant from Big Chief Studios. He is definitely worth picking up. So let me know, would you get this figure? What do you think about him? Let me know down below in the comment. If you've liked this video, like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yada Games and all that lovely goodness, and as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.